MT, 11 MT. Movement.
Burrow working in the pistol. Throwing right. It's taken in. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
11 M. Here we go.
Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, Burrow. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
180. What is that?
Running from the pistol, it's Brown. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Dorian Williams. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. And that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. They've got it 2nd down and 11.
Hey, go. Darn, this is hot.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll take this into the 43-yard line. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Side of head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that drink, you got to chill.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
Rip, 23. Son, this is hot. 11. Here we go.
Lawrence. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
At their own 11-yard line.
Gun. Stop.
Play action now. It's Burrow. There's a throw right side to be incomplete. Trying to connect with Chase Brown on that one. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
11. Here we go, here we go. 180. Playing touch.
Higgins sent in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. And he'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Can.
They send the tight end in motion. Burrows from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here comes a return, and not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
Their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Red on red. Hey, Ginger, touch. Here we go.
Look wide. Get this one complete. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd
From the
and
44-yard
3.
line, here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, Lion. Hey, Soko, come on.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's 3rd down.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Okay. Ginger. Touch.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, Basham Tootin. A gain there of 16 yards. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
That's good.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5.
All right, let's go.
Another run here with Tootin. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop.
Gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
11. Hey, Soko, hot.
Lawrence. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, kill.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
2 minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. Greg and I continue in just a moment.
Ready,
Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal.
Hey, go. Inside. Here we go, son.
Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up second and goal.
2-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
On the red. Focus, huh? Here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
A 2-yard pickup.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Okay, ready.
They were stopped on second down. Now third and goal from the 1.
Run. Turn. They say hot.
He will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down. Now a second timeout called by the defense. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half.
A 21-yard attempt.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense if settling for too many field goals.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And not much doing on this return. Good coverage. Just stops in his tracks. Right at the 15-yard line. First down throw for Burrow. Going for it all. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Kobe Durant. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. They'll try to hit him with a screen.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It's pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops. And just nowhere for that back to go.
Second down, Lawrence. To the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, that ball was thrown. Me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On 1st down, Burrow. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And an important gain there as they move out past the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. One score, one lone field goal. All these two teams could muster in half number one. What awaits us here in the second half? This will be taken in at the 2. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. 20-yard line.
Here we go. Right 80, 11, MT, Tate. 11, MT, Tate. 12, 12, 12.
Burrow now. We'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Throwing is Burrow. On the move left. Looking back to the middle of the field. It is caught. Down to the 10. And he will go all the way. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Rhea. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals move out to a 7-3 lead. impressive to kick this one away. Brown now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Red on red. There's sign. Motion.
This drive begins with a run by Cheaton. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here's a 2nd and 12.
Hey. Son, go. 30 left.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there is a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 18-yard line.
2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Third and inches.
Let's get set. Right, 80. 12. 12. 12. 12. Stop.
No run here with Brown. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go. Stop.
To throw is Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Brown. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
Burrow here on 2nd down. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. That his 2nd TD catch of the season.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals extend their advantage to 14-3.
Jaguars 3. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the TD. On is McPherson to kick this one away. Brown now to return it. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Hey, Lion! Go down! This is hot!
On 1st down, Lawrence. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On red. Hey, Soko, it's hot!
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They go. That is Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Red on red. Hey, Soko, it's hot. 11.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. That's the safety, Percy Butler. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
30-yard line.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down. Gain of 12.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long.
Here we go.
You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. A gain of 11. And it's 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Let's get set. 180. It's hot.
Burrow will shovel ahead to the receiver. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 180. Raise up. Stop.
Quick throw, and it's going to wind up incomplete. That is the run-pass option. Choose pass. Defender able to close it down and bring up 4th down. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal drop. This about as short as you can get. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bengals going to open up a 17-3 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Brown now to return it. He'll get across the 20, knock him down at the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Hey, run. It's hot. It's hot.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
11, add that. He's checking crap. Hey, kill. Here we go.
Throwing is Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the 1st half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the 2nd half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the 3rd quarter has come to an end. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
Hey, Lion. Turn. This one's hot.
To throw is Lawrence. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he's going to have the Jaguars 1st down. Gain of 13 as they convert by a good 3 yards on that 4th and long.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Run out of the gun, and it's 2. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays.
And he will score! Game on! Travis Hunter! Touchdown Jaguars! Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Jaguars are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10.
Jaguars 10.
Now back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll come across the 20 and taken down the 21-yard line. working in the pistol. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On one, ready? Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Stop. 11. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
And it's 3rd down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. He'll get this out to the left flat. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple.
180. 11. 11 Thomas. 12. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Here's a short one. He's got Strange. And he'll take this one. His Brendan Strange. Touchdown, St. Louis. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter. And now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time?
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
On 2 from the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
A carry here for Brown. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
180. 180. Stop.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Second and 10.
Here we go. 180.
Higgins sent in motion. Now second down throw for Burrow. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play, and the Bengals going to have a first down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field. Picks up good yardage and a first down.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9. At the Jaguars' 17-yard line.
On one, right?
They'll come up for second and 9.
11. It's just set. Sahaj. 180. Sahaj.
Burrow to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Here we go. Sahaj. 11. Sahaj.
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to 2-minute warning. So out now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This to grab a late lead.
45-yard attempt.
This kick is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Brown now to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here's first down.
Hey, go. Sahaj.
Lawrence out to Hunter. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up second.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. Flush to his right. He's going to let this one go deep. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Gonna need a big play now. Third down and long.
Hey, run! Hey, Ginger, touch! Dirty left! Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments in the game where you need your best players to step up. This guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moments.
Let's see what they do here. This is fourth and long.
Let's go. Hey, Soko, so hot. Agate. Take right open.
Lawrence. Now he'll work his way out right. Again, working deep downfield. And he's going to go all the way. How about some lead magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
You just had a feeling that this might be coming, right? It's kind of been brewing all game. Like you see it so often on fourth down. The most difficult play to defend deep in the red zone is quarterback scramble. The defense lets the quarterback get outside the pocket. It puts so much pressure on your paced defenders in the secondary, and they can't latch on, and he takes it on himself.
Bengals 20. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up for first and 10.
Here we go. Hey, can.
Burrow now. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts and stop it with just over 50 seconds to go in this one.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to first and 10. Throwing is Burrow. They find Brown out of the backfield. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
16 yards. That's another Rio.
A first down throw for Burrow. A throw on the move is caught. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. As the clock stops with 34 seconds to go in this one.
and 1. Ready?
Here's second down.
11, 11, 11. Let's get set. 180. Right up. 180. Right up. Stop.
Now, Burrow. Oh, when there's pressure there, he can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. Now, Burrow. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And the Jaguars are right back in this one.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Hey, go, go. Hey, go, go. Hey, tomato. Done. Hot.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not. Things are pretty much spoken for. So it's a